May 2025. A company backed by Microsoft, funded by Qatar's Sovereign Wealth Fund, valued at $1.5 billion. And its entire pitch, build any app instantly with AI, turned out to rest on 700 human engineers pretending to be a chatbot. This is the story of Builder.ai, founded as a revolution in software, ended in bankruptcy court and a federal fraud investigation. It was one of the most complete AI hype collapses of the decade. Let's look at how the illusion was built. Rewind to 2016. A London-based company called Engineer.ai, later rebranded Builder.ai, launches with a simple, seductive pitch. Building custom software shouldn't take a team of expensive developers and 6 months. It should be as easy as ordering a pizza. At the center of that pitch was an AI assistant named Natasha. Tell Natasha what app you wanted, and she would assemble it. Natasha would break it into reusable code blocks, assemble them, and hand you a working product. No coding expertise required. Investors loved it. Over the years, Builder.ai raised more than $445 million. The backer list reads like a who's who of serious capital: Microsoft, the Qatar Investment Authority, SoftBank's DeepCore. By 2023, the company was valued at $1.5 billion, officially a unicorn. Microsoft didn't just invest, it struck a strategic partnership, giving Builder.ai story an enormous credibility boost. If Microsoft believed the AI was real, why wouldn't everyone else? But the truth was already leaking. Here's the part that makes this story sting more than most. The warning signs were public as early as 2019. The Wall Street Journal reported that Natasha's AI leaned heavily on human engineers doing the actual work. Fast forward to 2025, and a Bloomberg investigation, along with reporting from Rest of World, laid out the gap. Behind Natasha were an estimated 700 engineers, based largely in Noida and Bangalore. They were manually writing code that was marketed as AI-generated output, a complete contrast to the pitch. Employees were instructed to avoid revealing a human was behind the responses, even timing messages to UK hours. Some insiders called it a Wizard of Oz approach, a lot of theater, running a much smaller amount of automation. The AI washing was one problem. The bigger one was the money. Builder.ai claimed $220 million in revenue. The real numbers landed closer to $55 million, forcing a restatement of 2 years of financial results. Bloomberg reported an alleged round-tripping arrangement with an Indian social media company called Verse. The two firms reportedly billed each other similar amounts, transactions that, on paper, inflate revenue. By early 2025, cash reserves had fallen to around $7 million, a fraction of what was needed to survive. A creditor, Viola Credit, seized $37 million after uncovering the inflated financials. Meanwhile, Builder.ai reportedly owed $85 million to Amazon and $30 million to Microsoft for cloud infrastructure. The internal picture was just as messy. The company reportedly went 18 months without a chief financial officer. Nearly half of its technical staff quit during 2024, frustrated by chaotic workflows and false promises. Founder and CEO Sachin Dev Duggal stepped down in 2025 amid growing financial misconduct allegations. On June 2, 2025, Builder.ai US holding company filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in Delaware. The filing revealed liabilities of up to $100 million against less than $10 million in assets. The U.S. Attorney's Office and the SEC opened inquiries into whether Builder.ai misrepresented its technology. Lesson 1. A demo is not a product. Natasha could be made to look magical for a pitch, but scaling it was a different story. Lesson 2. Brand name backers are not proof a company is real. Microsoft and Qatar's sovereign fund missed the gap. Lesson 3. Inflating your numbers doesn't buy you time, it borrows it at a brutal interest rate. Builder.ai isn't a story about AI being fake. It's about the gap between a pitch and a product being covered up instead of closed. Next week, Humane and the wearable nobody wanted. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Sources in the description.